First, I gotta go squeeze all of this into a wetsuit. Yeah. So Desmond took his jet ski about 45 minutes up the coast, and we found the spot and hopped in, and Desmond kind of dove down to look around, and I immediately noticed three things. One is that we were in 72 feet of water, which is deeper than I've ever dove before. Two, that Desmond is a much better spear fisherman than I am. And three, that I could hear whale songs. But there wasn't much to see down there, so we hopped back on the jet ski, and Desmond had me drag him behind the jet ski, and he acted as the fish finder. So Desmond gives me a signal, I jump off the jet ski, and we're in 64 feet of water. It's the deepest I've ever dove. And the way it works, it takes me about 30 seconds to swim to the bottom, and then I've got to hide in a crack and try to get that big uku to get curious and come close enough to get a shot at. He wasn't close enough, but I took a crack at him anyways, and I was just thrilled to even see him and dive that deep, and I ended up being down for a minute 36 seconds. This big school of moo stuck around, and I ended up diving about a half a dozen times onto this big school of moo, and I got a couple shots, but they're all just too far away. And finally I had one of my better dives, and boom, I get a spear into one, and then the spear pulls out. I needed to just lunge forward just a foot or two right before I shot, and I would have got the barb in him proper. However, he went and showed me how it's done, and he ended up shooting some big moo, just absolutely gorgeous fish. So I towed Desmond behind the jet ski a little bit more, and he tells me there's an octopus down here in 50 feet of water, and he sees the tiny little bit of an octopus head sticking out of a crack in 50 feet of water and points to it. I dive down there, and this is what he saw at 50 feet of water. So what you do is you go and you poke them with the tip of your spear, and this gets them angry, and they come out and start gripping onto your hand and the spear, and then you got to wrestle them out of their hole. It takes a lot of force. I spent quite a bit of time wrestling this thing out. But once you get the octopus to the surface, this is where things get weird. The way you humanely euthanize an octopus is you bite it between the eyes with your teeth. And if you're a rookie like me and don't know what you're doing, the octopus starts sticking its tentacles up your nose and in your mouth, and you get suction cups in weird places. It gets weird. But I caught my first octopus, and I bit him. These are nice fish, man.